All right, guys, we're gonna spend 10 minutes on some handstand walking skill work. The idea is starting simple, moving through the progression, see how many of these you can do. If you get stuck, just stay there and practice for a bit. Okay, so number one is shoulder taps from a pike position. So feet on a box or a bench. Okay, focus on keeping the hips really high. So try to get the hips over the shoulders and over the wrists. Okay, chin is tucked, and then I'm gonna do shoulder taps. Okay, you should be able to do 20 reps here. Again, really focus on keeping that one arm straight, back and forth, okay? So if you can do that, you're gonna start working on kicking up to the wall, okay? So kicking up to the wall, we tell people to start with your hands on the ground, so you don't start from a standing position because that's really dynamic if you're just learning. So you start putting your hands on the ground about shoulder width. One leg is straight back. This is the leg that creates the power. So just getting comfortable, getting some momentum, and trying to get yourself to the wall, okay? We tell people up and down should look the same. If you notice what my legs were doing, we want to try to have good control, being comfortable. It's okay in the beginning if you don't get all the way up to the wall, okay? It might look like this, but avoid things like this where you kick up and your feet come back down or your feet flail around. So practice. Can you do kick ups to the wall, okay? Then when you get your feet to the wall, you get comfortable there, we can start doing some shoulder taps fully inverted. Shoulder taps are easier if you face the wall, okay? So you can walk up to the wall, okay, and start doing some shoulder taps here. If you can do shoulder taps here, you can start doing hip taps, okay? If that feels good, you can try shoulder taps with your back to the wall. This is more challenging, okay? Same concept. So you can do shoulder taps here, or hip taps, which are harder, okay? And then once you work through some of those progressions, if you want to try doing some handstand walking, you can start working on handstand walking in free space. So again, taking 10 minutes, working through these progressions, maybe trying some things you've never done. That's it for the skill work today. Let's talk about our sweat conditioning. All right, guys, so we've got 5 movements over the course of 20 minutes we're going to rotate through. It's going to be 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest where you'll be transitioning to that next movement. All right, so let's talk about the 5 movements, all body weight. So the first one's going to be a no push-up burpee. So no push-up burpee, these are faster burpees. So it's just hands down, kick back to plank, forward, jump and clap. All right, so that's movement number 1. As many as you can do in 45 seconds. 15-second rest, then we go to jumping lunges. For jumping lunges, focus on keeping your chest tall, tap the knee, drive up, get extension in the legs. What I mean is, this is not a good rep. Okay, you have to drive all the way up, get the legs straight, jump and switch. Okay, this can be really tiring, okay? A lot of people like to use a pad for their knees, but you should be controlling your descent. But if you're tired, you're struggling to get that power to get off the floor, you can just do a standing reverse lunge. We always say with lunging, don't stand on a tightrope. Your feet should still be about shoulder width or split just so you have a little bit of stability. Okay? That's movement 2. From there, we're going to go to sit-ups, ab mat sit-ups. So have a seat on the ground. Always remember the ab mat has 2 sides to it. The thicker side is the one that goes close to your body. You're allowed to use your arms. So hands touch here, shoulder blades touch the ground. I swing my arms, sit all the way up. The goal is to get the shoulder over the hip. It's not just touching your feet. If you notice that, I'm not sitting up all the way. So we want to sit up all the way, use your arms, okay? That's movement 3. From there, we go into the handstand walk. So good thing we went over this in the skill portion. You can use all those same variations. You can do a bear crawl. So a bear crawl is a great variation, okay? We'll be setting up just a distance for you to go back and forth and log your distance. You can do shoulder taps in a pike position or against the wall, or you can do a wall walk. Wall walks are great for training this. So you start in the bottom of the push-up, step up, walk yourself to the wall, touch your nose, and then walk back down for as many reps as you can do in 45 seconds. Last one is going to be the wall sit. So wall sit is up against the wall. You're 90 degrees to the hip and the knee, all right? And just trying to hold this static position. So starts off feeling easy, but burns the legs a lot. If you want to make this more challenging, you could hold weight in that rack position. So those are the 5 movements, 45 on, 15 off for 20 minutes. And we do have a finisher today as well. All right, guys, so our finisher today, we got 2 movements. We have banded curls. So for this, remember, different size band will give different amount of tension. All right, depending where you grab it, will also create a different amount of tension. But bands are cool because as you squeeze hard at the top, there's more tension, and it wants to pull you back down. So you have to fight to control that movement. Think fast up, control the way down, okay? 20 banded curls. From there, you're gonna go to skull crushers with a dumbbell. So you can do this on a bench or the floor. I'll just show you the floor here. Okay, so you're gonna hold each end of the dumbbell, right? Tricep work, come down towards your skull, your forehead, and then drive back out. Okay, you can also, some people will hold it like this, but this doesn't work as well. You don't get as big a range of motion if you go behind your head. Okay, so those are our 2 movements for finishers. Rest a minute between rounds. That's it for today, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.